Hello and welcome back to my channel. England's mid-heat wave. I say heat wave lightly as anything over 12 degrees over here is classed as one. But anyway, I'm making the most of every bit of it. And I thought, hello. Oh, 2 minutes. This is Lenny. And I feel so guilty about it because the first video I made, he was in the background and I completely didn't see him, so I never introduced him. So he's a Pyrenean Mastiff, incha, and he's only 18 months old. He's got a lot more growing to do yet. Incha, oh no, oh no. Who's that? Is that Peter? Oh God. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so England's mid-heat wave, so we're trying to make the most of this. Peter Pan's had his pedicure for the month, which he isn't too keen on, but I've given him a bale of hay, and so far all is forgiven. But I've got some really exciting news to tell you. We're getting some piglets. So we've been talking about it for such a long time now, ages in fact, and we got a call from the breeder a few days ago saying she's got 2 girls available. How can we say no? So we're taking a jump into the unknown and going to see him on Thursday. They're Oxford Sandy and Blacks, and for those of you that watch Clarkson's Farm on Amazon Prime, it's the same breed as he's got. We always refer to ourselves as the same. We haven't got a bloody clue what we're doing. We just go with the flow, but we mean well. Sorry. So since it's a nice day, I thought we could have a pot around the farm and introduce you to the animals that we haven't seen yet, and just have a bit of a chat really. I've got a bit of crochet to do later, so I thought we could sit out in the sun and have a bit of a catch up. So let's go. So for those of you who haven't watched my previous videos, I can't walk far at all anymore, so I'll get around the farm on a golf buggy. It just gives me independence really, and I can just please myself. So I thought we'd go and see the turkeys first. Oh, bit bumpy. Yeah, I thought we'd go and see the turkeys first. We've got 3 turkeys. Sorry, Arch. Sorry, Butte. Can't open the gate. So yeah, 3 turkeys. Alfred, Linda and Roxy. Let's go and find out where they are. Hello, Lenny. Hello. Okay. Hello. So this is Alfred, alley cat. He's 2 years old. I hatched him from an egg, so he's super friendly. Incha, what are you doing? The only problem is he thinks I'm his mate at times, which is what this is all about. Calm down. Calm down. Come on. Calm down. Calm down. I know. Where's the... Whee! Where's the girls? Where's the girls? I've not been able to eat turkey since, as you can probably see why. Do you want to see the girls then? Come on. So this is Roxy and Linda, sitting in the shade away from the sun. And we rescued these about a year and a half ago now. Want a grape or strawberry? Want a grape? Oh, nice. Want some rocks? Want a grape? You full? That's a straw. There we are. And they seem a lot happier here, to be honest, but they've got a lot of health conditions, especially Lynn. So she's on medication every day too. You're a good girl. You want to come out? Why do you come outside and have some water? I just don't understand people's thought process when they decide to have animals and then mistreat them. I wish I could take more animals on. I get phone calls all the time asking me if I can take any more. We just haven't got enough land. So if anyone's in the Shropshire area that wants to give me a free bit of land, I'm your man. So I've brought you into the barn to introduce you to the gang in here. This is George, or Georgie boy as I call him. And I've had him since I was, how old was I, big man? 13, I think. And I'm 31 now, so he's been a massive part of my life. I don't know why I said it like that. He's 18, just in case you couldn't work it out. I feel so lucky to have the animals that I do. And that's such a wonderful thing. They just enable you to take your mind off the rubbish of things in life, I suppose. And each and every single one of them do that for me. They're never judgmental. They're always loving. They're always happy to see you. And I think we all need that thing in life that takes us away from reality for a bit, I suppose. And these do just that. I suppose crafting's the same, to be honest. I think the saying is, out of your head into your hands. I probably made that up, I know. But I think it's so true. Anything in life that gives you that escapism is just such an amazing thing to have. And I really do feel blessed to have such things in my life that enable that to happen. Yeah, I really am. He loves to chat normally. And I think people think I make it up, because I can guarantee the second I turn the camera on, or the second someone else other than me comes into the barn, he completely clams up and goes really shy. But I promise you, his favourite thing to do is my mum's laugh or cough. She does that a lot. And he also loves to do the bin lorry beeper noise. And then he'll follow that by doing Lenny's bark, which is a regular occurrence here on the farm every Wednesday and Thursday. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, I just love him. So this is Noah. He's a Chinese water dragon. And he was kept in a glass tank no bigger than a shoebox. And a charity was called into the house where he was to rescue a number of exotic animals. And they gave me a call to see if I'd take him on. Obviously the answer was yes. Since being here with me, he has improved somewhat, but he's still got a number of health conditions. I'm not sure if you can see it, but his mouth has rotted away, and it's just where the tank was too small and they can't see glass. So his whole life was just spent rubbing his mouth away, which is why it's eroded and rotted away like that. He's still quite nervous. I've just about managed to stroke him. But he's not overly sure, which is completely understandable. But I do love you, monkey. I do. Come on, Ava girl. Come on. Then we got Wilma and Winston. And these are giant tortoises, so they'll get to around 1 metre by 1 metre when they're fully grown. So this is Dolly and Dot. We rescued these at 10 days old. They're orphans. The farmer was just going to kill them because he didn't have time to look after them. So we had to bottle feed them, which has got to be one of the most amazing experiences I've ever done. Unfortunately, Dot's allergic to pretty much everything in life, and she's got what humans would call eczema, and she gets growths on her. So I'm going to put some of this cream on now to try and soothe her. Go on then, Dot. And she loves a good scratch. And like dogs, they wag their tails when they're happy. That nice? Mm. So, all the animals have been fed and sorted. I hope you've enjoyed pottering around with me and meeting them all. So I'm just going to sit up here in the sun, top up my tan and do a bit of crochet. So I'm just working on a baby blanket, just a continuous granny square. I always have a lot of things on the go, but I always resort back to this type of blanket when I want something that doesn't require much thinking. I'm just using Bow Baby by Wool Couture, and it's 50% merino, 50% acrylic. And all the reviews were amazing on it, that's why I bought it. And it feels really lovely once it's made up into a blanket like this and the stitches are all in place. But I'm not keen on how it feels whilst you're working with it. So I don't think I'll be buying it again. But yeah. So this week's brought another wave of emotions, if I'm honest. Firstly, I'd just like to say, I had a notification a couple of days ago saying that I'd reached 2,000 subscribers, which I'm slightly overwhelmed about, to say the least. I set myself goals in life, especially since the diagnosis. And I think it helps having something to work towards and aim towards. And when I first started this channel, I said I wanted 1,000 subscribers within the first 12 months. So to be in this position after 3 weeks with 2,000 subscribers, thousands of views, I feel truly blessed to begin with, and I can't say thank you enough. And you'll probably get bored of me saying that to you, but no amount of words will ever emphasise what it really means to me. And I've loved reading your comments all week, and I've loved replying to them. But it also got me thinking about the stuff I put out there. Like now, I don't want to be a disappointment, so I don't want to disappoint the people that subscribed, and I don't want to disappoint the people that take the time to watch every week. I'm a massive overthinker anyway, and I always let things eat away at me. And that's one of the biggest problems I have in life. To be honest, I've been feeling a little lost and confused about stuff for a while now, really. I just wish I felt content. I wish I felt content with life. When I first got diagnosed with MND, obviously it's a big shock to begin with, but I think I've kind of accepted the physical aspect of things, and I've learned to adapt in everyday life the best I can. But no one ever talks to you about the mental health side of it, and what having a terminal illness brings in regards to that, really. Yeah. There's a part of me that's just like, you only live once, sod it. But that's not really possible, is it really, in the grand scheme of things? And I think it's the not knowing. I know we're all in that situation. When it comes down to it, we all are. But it does create that natural limitation to the future. like I think that not having an income plays such a huge impact on my life. And that in itself takes a small part of your independence away. So I'm just finding it difficult. I just find it, the acceptance is really, really hard. And I don't think I'm ever going to learn to cope with that side of things. I'm moaning again. A friend of mine gave me a book a year or so ago now. And every day without fail, I open it at random and read what that page says. And I'd love to share that with you and what it said today. So the book itself, it's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. And I'm not a book person at all, but this just gives me a bit of hope every morning. So I opened the page today and it said, "Sometimes I feel lost," said the boy. "Me too," said the mole. "But we love you and love brings you home." And I just thought it captured everything how I'm feeling. And it gave me that slight boost that I think I needed. So I'm going to leave it there for today and just say one last thing. Life is bloody hard, but you are loved. See ya.